and welcome back to another episode of the Self-Development Tactics podcast. As the title of the podcast may suggest, actually very good today. Most often or very often not necessarily the case, that it kind of fits, but today it does. Today we are on the self-improvement subreddit, and we're going to have a look at things. We're going to have a look at ideas, posts, people, whatever the fuck we're going to encounter here. I don't really know, but I'll show you. Maybe there's something interesting. I'm already seeing like some sort of a cliche, I would say. Well, is it a cliche? I don't know, but I mean, I think at this point we all kind of know about it, and I mean, there are definitely certain things I am kind of seeing every single day, and at some point it's not that interesting anymore. Like, the first one, porn is poison. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's nothing new. Might be an interesting story. A lot of people have upvoted it and whatsoever, but I'm not gonna go through that one. How do you motivate yourself to do anything? I am under 25 and I feel like I have enough time to mold myself into who I want to be, and not my circumstances, but I simply cannot commit to doing anything most days. To keep it short, I have BPD and generalized depression. It is hard to put myself in a mood to commit to change. I want, like, going to the gym, healthy relationships, and even simply investing in my own self. Investing in my own self. I think this already as well is connotated so negatively for me at this point. Investment in general. Anyway, let's actually see what people are saying there. That might have, and I don't know what BPD is, but let's see. An important lesson to learn is how to work when you're not feeling motivated. Some people always feel motivated, and for them it is not a problem, but for the vast majority of people, motivation comes and goes, and so we have to learn how to work even when we are feeling motivated. We are not feeling motivated. I remind myself that it is okay not to feel motivated, and that it is okay to work only at half speed because I am not feeling motivated. That is not okay. What is not okay is giving up on a day and doing nothing unless I'm actively sick or injured and need to rest. I think, have I talked about that yesterday or the day before? I do not even remember anymore. But the thing is, active rest, I think it was the day before. Active rest is, insofar, very important, because it ensures that at some point of time we can do the work. Because I'm resting today. Compared to when I'm, going full speed all the time, at some point I'm just gonna crash. At some point it is fucking over. At some point, that's it. Burnout, injury, whatever it might be. At some point, one cannot do something any longer. And even some really stubborn people like me, at some point, recognize that and get to know that, and realize that this is the case, and that it is just not smart to always do something, to always work, to always whatever. So rest is as important as the work itself is. Scheduling is a good way to achieve this, gives you something to aim for at each time of the day instead of just constantly questioning if you're feeling like doing it or not, because the answer will usually be no. And always. Your dopamine system will automatically make you crave rewards achievements, but you won't be able to utilize it when you feed it with short-term rewards like video games, social media, or other forms of consumption, not communication. And this, I think, is an overgeneralization of things, because I don't think that video games, nor social media, nor other forms of consumption, just, let's stop eating food or what, is entirely bad. I don't think that this is the case, of course. And this is a really interesting, I think, metaphor and or analogy, I never ever know, by Tim Ferriss, from a Q&A he recently published, which, by the way, is really interesting. I might use it for the podcast, but I think beforehand I would have to make sure that I'm not gonna get into some fucking legal shit. But yeah, legal shit in terms of, having problems with copyright and stuff like that. Anyway, when I need to break out of the state, I simply lie down on my bed without any distraction or device until I get bored. Then I automatically think about things that are valuable to me, and I only get up when I know that I will act on it. Yeah, I'm really not quite sure. What I find interesting and what I find important to point out is I'm not doing anything until I get bored. I don't know who it was. I think quite a famous writer has this, let's call it policy of I'm doing nothing but writing. So when I'm not writing, I'm gonna sit down and do nothing. And the thing is, doing nothing is not that interesting, but writing is at least a bit more interesting than doing nothing. So on the days where he probably has something to do or wants to do something, wants to do the creative work and whatever, he does something. He does nothing but writing. Period. Which I think is actually really interesting. Like, of course, doing nothing is really fucking boring. Is it okay/normal to be virgin at 19? Yes, I'm gonna skip that one. Yes, because it is entirely okay. What does even okay or normal mean? What is normal? What do you want to see more often? I don't know, productivity app. Hello guys, I'm looking for an app to help me increase my productivity and concentration. I saw a post about it a few days ago, but wasn't able to find it. Let's see what people are saying. Maybe Fabulous and Finch. The best app for you in this case would be the Forfeit. You can't even see it. That's ridiculous. Forfeit, which is FORFEIT, is basically an app which you have to send in photo/time-lapse proof of you completing your habits or you lose money. What I do is set it to send a photo each day at the gym between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. or I lose 10 fucking bucks, and to send a time-lapse studying for 1 hour every day or I lose 15. For me, that is bulletproof to get motivation, which is really interesting because I remember Tim Ferriss also putting that might be in the 4-hour work week and the 4-hour chef, but I think definitely in the 4-hour chef since it is about learning. And it just makes you learn, especially when this money goes to some place you don't want it to be at. There are certain organizations that are, I think it is just the opposite of charity. Well, I mean, it is just some organization that you just really do not want to get into and definitely not give money to. So I don't know, maybe some political things that are just, the complete opposite of what you're believing in, and some other shit. Dealing with my breakup entry 1. Okay. It is apparently a journal, so if you're interested, you can check it out on the self-improvement subreddit. How to remember information better. Regarding this, because I'm just thinking about it, regarding this and the dopamine thing that somebody else pointed out just before, regarding motivation, Andrew Huberman probably is the best source around, period. Whether it is the podcast, the video, and or the newsletter. I don't know if there is a book yet, or just some lecture that you can find online, but I think it is just incredible the work that he's doing and also the amount of time that he's putting in. But yeah, I think that I'm going to end the episode there. I wish you the best and see you soon. So